Hello, good day! Ito nga pala ang inyong Sir Jello at mayroon ako ulit ituturo sa inyo na math video topics. Pero bago yan, huwag niyo munang kalimutang mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel na Sir Jello para maging updated kayo sa lahat ng videos na i-upload ko. Okay, so dumako naman tayo sa parallelogram. So, natapos na natin yung basic and secondary parts ng quadrilateral, and that includes also the family of quadrilaterals. So we're going to discuss now dun sa isang family ng quadrilaterals which is parallelograms. Okay. So when we say parallelograms, it has two pairs of opposite sides parallel, and it includes square, rectangle, and rhombus. Para ma-satisfy natin tong figure na to, we have quadrilateral OB. Okay, so now hanapin natin yung two pairs na nagsasabi na opposite sides niya ay parallel. So let us first identify nasan ba yung opposite sides nito. Itong quadrilateral na to. So, alam natin na yung opposite sides niyan ay yung magkatapat na side. So, let's say this side and this side. So, you have, since opposite side yan, we're going to use line segment. So, line segment OY and line segment BE. Yan. Then, the other pair will be this side. So that is line segment OB and line segment YE. Since yun ang magka-opposite side, so therefore, we can say that line segment OY is parallel to line segment BE. And line segment, so therefore, line segment OB is parallel to line segment YE. Since parallelogram yan. Now, in terms naman ng measure, we can also say that these opposite sides are equal. So, later on, we're going to prove that in a parallelogram, once the opposite sides are parallel, that will be also congruent in terms of the segment measures. Okay, so focus natin muna dito is yung definition ng parallelogram and those sides that are parallel. So in this case, we have two pairs of opposite sides parallel. Okay. Let us have now the properties of parallelograms. So, ito yung mga properties or yung mga conditions para ma-prove natin na yung figure na itong WXYZ is a parallelogram. So, based on these 5 properties. Okay? So, let's start with number 1. In a parallelogram, any two opposite sides are congruent. So, tingnan muna natin dito sa figure na to which sides that are opposite. Okay? So, let's say, maglagay tayo ng sukat. So, let's say, this side, line segment WX is 12. For example, you have 12 centimeters. So, automatic, the opposite side will also be 12 centimeters. So, do sa number 1, we can say that line segment WX is congruent to line segment ZY. Since they have the same measurement. So, the same with this side. Let's say this side is 8. Itong side na to, 8 din. 8 centimeters. So, we can say that line segment WZ is congruent to line segment XY. So, yun lang yung ipoprove natin sa number 1. So, actually, ito yung number 1 natin. Number 1. Okay. Next, yung number 2 natin. In a parallelogram, any two opposite angles are congruent. So, nasan ba yung opposite angles dyan? So number 2, so you have angle W, say 50 degrees. Okay, so the measure of, lagay muna natin, the measure of angle W is 50 degrees. Since ang opposite niya is angle Y, so this will be also 50 degrees. So we can say that angle W is congruent to angle Y, since they have the same angle measure at 50 degrees. Okay? Next, angle X, say, is 130 degrees. So, angle Z will be also equal to 130 degrees. So, therefore, we can say that angle X is congruent to angle Z, since they have the same angle measure. So, yun lang yung ilalagay nating sagot sa number 2. Kasi any two opposite angles are congruent. And that is based on our given figure. Okay. Next. Property number 3. In a parallelogram, any two consecutive angles are supplementary. So, define muna natin yung supplementary. So, diba when we say supplementary, so actually we're referring to angles here. Supplementary angles, the sum of the two angles is 180 degrees. So, alam na natin yung consecutive angles, diba? Nakuha na natin yun dun sa ating previous lesson. So, kuha tayo ng any two consecutive angles. Let's say angle W. The measure of angle W is 50 degrees. While the measure of angle Z, because W and Z are consecutive, is 130 degrees. So, since the angles W and Z are consecutive angles, therefore they are supplementary. That means the measure of angle W plus the measure of angle Z is equal to 180 degrees. So, tama naman, di ba? Kasi 50 plus 130 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So, therefore, they are supplementary. Then, the rest will follow. So, there are actually 4 possible answers here. So, you have angles W and Z, angles Z and Y, angles Y and X, and angles X and W. So, paikot. So, any two consecutive angles are supplementary, that is equal to 180 degrees. Okay? So, yun yung number 3 natin. Next, number 4, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Dito natin lagay number 4. Number 4. So, kunin muna natin yung diagonals dito. So, we have line segment WY and line segment XZ. Yan. So, pag sinabing bisect, let's say WY. Yung WY natin, okay, line segment WY, halimbawa ay 14 centimeters. Yung haba nung line segment WY is 14. So, therefore, mahahati lang yun. Magbabisect lang. Let's say we have a point of intersection here at point E. So, mula W hanggang E, since 14 yung WY, 7 dito, then 7 dito. So, 7 centimeters. Hahatiin lang natin. Okay. Yun. So, we can also say that line segment WE is equal to line segment EY. Yan. Dahil nga sa the diagonals bisect each other. So, the same with the other diagonal. Let's say diagonal XZ natin is, halimbawa is 10. 10 to. So, this will be 5 centimeters, yung XE natin, and then yung ZE natin is also 5 centimeters. Therefore, we can say that line segment XE naman is actually congruent na siya. XE is congruent to line segment EZ because hinati lang natin yung 10. That is 5 and 5. So, that is the property number 4. Next, number 5. The diagonal of a parallelogram form two congruent triangles. Number 5. So, halimbawa yung ginamit natin is yung diagonal WY or line segment WY. So, if we're going to imagine, pag hinati natin yan, drawing lang natin dito. Ayan. Kung ito yung WY, mahati lang siya. Hatiin lang natin yung parallelogram into two triangles. Pasensya na kayo sa drawing. So, it will be two congruent triangles. That is triangle WZY. Yung isa naman ay YXW. Triangle YXW. So, it will be congruent. The same with the other diagonal. Kung diagonal XZ naman, yung XZ naman ang hatiin nating diagonal, ito naman yung dalawang triangle na magiging congruent sa kanya. Okay? So, that is the condition for number 5. So, these are the properties of parallelograms that will satisfy the condition that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay. So, by just using one example here, one figure, masasagutan na natin yung limang yan. Yung limang properties na yan. Na mapoprove natin that this figure is a parallelogram. Okay? So, that will be all for now. Thank you for watching and have a good day.